Avuxeni na amukela ka YouTube channel ya mina Learn Xitsonga with Brian. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for commenting on this video. I really appreciate it. I welcome you to this video. I really hope that it's going to be a really nice one. And yeah, so one thing I must say about this YouTube journey, so is that it's a journey, so I think that's like the first thing that I've learned. And I think I would have grown more if I was more consistent. But yeah, so consistency is just a thing that I'm starting to learn. Not starting to, but like something I'm starting to work on, or actively work on. Because hey guys, we're growing, we are now adults, and I think we have to be like more intentional about the things that we do, so one of the things that I've been learning and just been realizing or just been thinking about, or something that's just been lingering on my mind, is about how people relate more to stories. People relate more when you're like more yourself, and people don't want to watch another video of someone presenting something online, but they want to connect to like a real person. So that's something that just hit me like in like while I was just sitting somewhere thinking about something, and like it was a very real moment, so yeah, so that's just a thought I wanted to share with you out there, because I mean, this is like my platform where I that I created to for a specific purpose. But so obviously I'll share certain parts of my life, especially parts that have to do with this channel, or if it's stuff that, or epiphanies that I got as a result of this channel, so we're on this journey together, and like I just want us to connect, so today I am giving you some legal terminologies, so yeah, and I hope that so I hope that I think these apply to everyone, and I hope that every person can relate to these, and every person will find value in these terminologies, so I don't think it's only people that are in the medical field that need to know these terms, because I mean, I'm not a legal person, but there's certain words such as law that you'll find a lot in my vocab. Let me just take this thing off. It looks I don't know, it just looks off. Okay, better. So yeah, so I mean, there's certain words that we use. You talk about a judge, you talk about, especially in the days that we're living in, like you're constantly on social media and engaging on every topic that is trending on social media, and it's not necessarily topics that have to do with the fields that you're in. So I don't have to be in the medical space for me to be commenting about the health minister doing something, so that's the purpose of these terminologies, right? So I'm going to start so that we can keep this video short. So I will start with the word the word legal itself. So I'm starting with the word legal. So the word legal means shinau, right? And then it will make sense when I give you the meaning of the word law, which means now. So now to move from law to legal, we just add the word she. So it's now, and then to now is law, and then legal will be shinau. So we just add the word she. And then we'll do a video where we explain how we come about with these prefixes, and why it's she instead of a different prefix. So it's shinau, which means law, right? So yeah, so usually the word she, or this prefixes, usually come in words that have to do with describing something, so with adjectives, right? So that's where we usually use this word, but we'll explain, or I'll explain maybe in a future video how to do that. So I've given you 2 words so far. The next word is questionnaire. So questionnaire, this one is funny because it's just a borrowed word that we just basically Tsongalized it. So it's still the same, it's questionnaire. So it's basically just spelled in Xitsonga, but it's still the same word. So questionnaire is questionnaire. The next word is marital status. Marital status is xiyimo xa vukati. So xiyimo would be status, and then vukati would be marital. So xiyimo xa vukati is your marital status. And then this applies to a lot of people in this day and age. It's single. So single means, so this is single in the sense that you are not partnered, that you do not have a partner, or that you're not in a romantic or a love relationship. So it's kunga tekiwangi. So it just basically means you are not taken. Au tekiwangi, kuba unga tekiwangi, kunga tekiwangi. That is being single. And then the next one is relationship. So relationship is vushaka. So vushaka is, yeah, relationship, right? So but then we know there are like different types of relationships. So vushaka is usually used in the context of family relationships, you know, so people that you like related to by blood, or, you know, not by blood, but like, you know, people that are a part of your family. So that is vushaka. But it also means any kind of relationship. I mean, when you specify, and then you talk about vuchomi, which is, you know, friendship, and then you talk about vushaka, which would be, if you like, if we were to be more specific, it would be people that you are related to, and then it will be vaterisani or okay, you would say akatiko to mean people that you from, you know, so people from your neighborhood, you know. So yeah, so if the word vushaka was to be broken, or the word relationship was to be broken down even further to describe the different relationships that exist, then would come up with more words. So but the word relationship itself means vushaka. Moving right along, we have partner. So partner is muringani, and if you were to break the word down and like really go to its core, it means someone that you are an equal to. Yeah, that's just something, you know, to pay attention to, or something to highlight. So muringani is a partner. So someone, its literal meaning would be someone that you are an equal to. So maringana, you are equal, right? Muringani is a partner. And then okay, so I'm going to skip a few words because we did them in the previous video. So I will give you the next one, which is place of birth. Place of birth, we did birth weight in the previous video. So now we are doing place of birth. So which is ndawo ya kubelekiwa. So this is where you were born, the place of birth. Ndawo ya kubelekiwa. So it could be describing the hospital or clinic that you were born at, or it could be describing the town or city that you were, you know, that you were born. So the next one is residence. So this describes, or this is talking about where you live or where you stay. So residence is vutamo. So vutamo is where you stay, right, or where you live. So the word vutamo broken down comes from the word tama, which means to sit down, tama ansi. But yeah, so in this case it's vutamo, which is residence. So unrelated to this is the word shitamo. Shitamo describes your butt, so your bums. So we call them shitamo because you use them to sit down with. So it's shitamo, and that would be a word that you would use if you don't want to offend, you know, the elderly, or if, you know, you don't want people to think that you're like swearing. So it's like a safe word to use in front of anyone. Shitamo. It's bums. The next word is occupation. So this is the job that you do. So your career, or like the job that you do. And it is ntiro. So ntiro it means job or occupation, right? So we'll go to the next word, which is employed. Employed. So this is someone who works, and it means loyi athoriweke. So kuthoriwa means to be hired. So loyi athoriweke, it means someone that is employed. The next word is race, which is rishaka. So The word Rishaka also means nation. So, but then here I think it's, yeah. So Rishaka here means race. I think also the word Rishaka is very general. It's very broad. It can be used, in different contexts. So it could also be used to mean your ethnic group. It could also be used to mean your nationality, or yeah, many things. So, but then in this case, but you can also use it to describe someone's race, just the color of their skin, or their origin or whatnot. So that is Rishaka. And then the next word is religion. Religion is vukhongeri. Vukhongeri, so the vukhongeri comes from the word kongela, which means to pray. So vukhongeri is religion, so, which I think is also very biased in a way, because I'm thinking the people that came up with, or who did Xitsonga translations back in the earlier days, or people who came up with certain words, because certain words came with the missionaries and stuff. I don't think religion was a thing that existed amongst black communities, or amongst African people before the missionaries came. So some of these words were derived from from the Bible, and or they were derived from the context of the missionaries. And what I'm trying to say here is that we're saying religion is vukhongeri, which comes from the word prayer, and that, I think, to me sounds like it has some Christian influence, because if you were to now talk about like other religions, it's got nothing to do with praying, so that's just my thoughts. Vukhongeri, which means religion. So here we have, interesting enough, the word gender, which means vukhongeri, but we covered this word in the previous video, and then in the previous video it was in the form of sex. And you remember I said in Xitsonga the two are the same, but language has developed, and language is not the same anymore, and the two no longer mean the same thing, so sex and gender mean two different things now. Sex is about your genitalia and your sex organs, but then gender describes more of it's more of an idea than like something that you're born with, so it's more of a social construct. So traits associated with the genitalia and the sex organs that someone was born with. So it's not, so that's why we have more than two genders these days, and all of that. So, but then obviously some languages are not catching up, so we still call gender rimbewu, sex rimbewu, same thing. But in the English language, the two no longer have the same meaning. I just had to point that out, or bring that to your attention. So the word investigation is our next word, and it means nzavisiso. Nzavisiso. Nzavisiso is basically about just searching for something and questioning things, so it's investigating something. So that's an investigation. Nzavisiso is an investigation. I'll move on to the next one. It is so it is the word proxy. Proxy is muyimeri, right? The word proxy means muyimeri, and then there's the word vote, which means voti. We all know what that means. So this was, I think, one of the words that were borrowed from the English language, and we just changed the spelling. So voti, it is vote in English, and voti in Xitsonga. So there's this one I don't want to include, but I'll make it our last word. So it is resolved case. Resolved case. So a resolved case would be mhaka leyi ololoxiweke. Mhaka leyi ololoxiweke. So that is a case that has been resolved. So ku olola means to make something straight, or to stretch something, or to iron something, and just make it clear, and then all even, and so that is olola, right? So we also use it in the context of, you know, when something has been resolved, you know. So it's now clear, it's now been resolved, it's now been settled, you know. So you olorewini kind of thing. So maka leyi oloriweke. So an unresolved case would then be maka leyi nga ololoxiwangiki. Maka leyi nga ololoxiwangiki, it is an unresolved case. So this is a case that is still being, you know, worked on, and it has not been resolved as yet. So that is maka leyi nga ololoxiwangiki, right? So that is an unresolved one, and then the one that's been resolved is ololoshiweke, maka leyi ololoshiweke. You know, so I hope those two are making sense. Just write them together next to each other, and then just notice the difference between the two words. They'll make they'll make like a lot of sense to you. And that's what I'm gonna leave it for today's video. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you are looking forward to watching the next video. Yeah, so I will see you in the next video. Please do not forget to be a part of this family. Please connect with me. I love, you know, shooting this content, and I would really appreciate your feedback, you know. So please do like the video, and do share it with anyone that you think would benefit from this content. And yeah, please do not forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed. So yeah, that is me, mina Briny. Like and subscribe for nkarhi wa n'wina, ni ta mi vona ka video leyi landzelaka.